What's up, love bugs? How's it going? How you doing? It's your girl Bree. Welcome back to another video. So I was supposed to have been posted a video a while back, but things got super hectic for me, so I just didn't end up posting it. English, Brianna. English. But have a life update. Life update. Hair is done. That's the life update. So, right now, life is going like this. I take my ACT this Saturday, which also is my mama's birthday. Whatever. But I'm thinking. Also, so I said I was gonna post this video a while back. It's story time. I was supposed to post this, but I got not busy. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not busy. I just got to I got in a really deep headspace of just not feeling motivated to do anything. So I didn't do it. So now you're getting this video. My bun is lopsided. Okay, whatever. So this story time is a very interesting one. So this story time is about my job and how I lost it and why I lost it and the confusion that was had within this. And this is really for our new time comers to jobs, because this can happen, and this is so you can avoid this happening. First, we're gonna tell the first story of my job, my first ever job that I've ever had at another store, and then the current store that I just lost my job at. So my first ever job was at Crumble Cookie. Not like throwing Crumble under the bus. I'm throwing the management of that particular store under the bus. So the management at that Crumble up in Aventure, up in Aventure, the Miami people know what I'm talking about. The store in Aventure, it was between TJ Maxx or Marshalls and a UPS store, just like right over there. I worked at that Crumble that just opened. My management was white. Yep, red flag right there. Should have seen that coming. But I was 16 at the time when I first got that job. So I was 16, just got a first job. I was in 11th grade, 16. In 11th grade, just got a job for the first time. Because when I did the interview, it was over COVID-ish time. So this is before the store even opened. It was before, it was around... I did this interview around September, right before my birthday. Around September, I did that interview, and I got the job. Okay, so the store opens. The management. I worked there for 2 weeks. 3 weeks max, right? 3 weeks max. And as I was working there, I had asked a question to one of the girls, my boss's daughter, who worked with us. Now, she was doing a job that she wasn't supposed to be doing, but I asked a question. Red flag. Then I know you shouldn't be asking questions. I asked a question to her, and she told her brother that I was telling her what to do, which, mind you, the whole damn family worked at the fucking store. Whatever. They all worked at the store for whatever reason. So she told her brother this elaborate lie that I was bossing her around. He went off on me. I was confused. I didn't say nothing. It's whatever. I'm not a confrontational person, so I wasn't gonna say if it bothered me in the first place. So I just looked at him, confused, frowning. That's what I do. And then, after a while, they just stopped putting me on the schedule. They were giving me a hard time. And then eventually just, pretty much fired me without saying anything. They just wouldn't put me back on the schedule and then like remove me from all of their things. First off, they're not supposed to do that. They're supposed to give me at least a week notice before, at least a day notice from being fired, or that day, the day of, that I'm gonna be fired. Didn't do that. Didn't give me my final paycheck until like 3 months later. Actually, no, 4 or 5 months later. Why are you just not giving me that? But that's like the simplest story. So there's a bunch of red flags in that. They're not supposed to do that in the first place. Second, my current job that I just left. I worked at Five and Below. Not throwing Five and Below under the bus, throwing the management under the bus, because no, she was a good boss, but she failed to explain something very important. Now I'm older, I have a little bit more experience, and I had a little bit more background of how I'm supposed to be treated while working. So around sometime the early part of this month, last month, I got a job at Five. Last month. We opened on the 25th. So around last month, I got a job there. We were cleaning up, opening the store, helping everybody, come in and like get the store prepared and packed. I put in hours that I wasn't supposed to put in, and I did my best to prove that I need to belong there. Whatever. So eventually there was an issue where one of the night managers, she doesn't speak English. We were trying our best. I only understand Spanish a little bit. Like, I understand it, but I'm not perfect. I can't always translate everything. So I'm trying my best to understand what she's asking. So she asked us to do something, and there was 3 other girls who just don't understand Spanish at all. So they were just like confused. And she said that we were being disrespectful. What? Huh? Being disrespectful because we were confused, because we don't understand you? There's a language barrier. There's not being disrespectful, it's just the language barrier. We don't understand. So then, she took off her schedule, and then we explained what happened, reported her to HR, and a whole bunch of other things. So eventually, I kept trying for my job. The other girls just didn't. I don't know what they were doing. They just, whatever. So we tried for our job. I tried to continue to have my job, and convince her that I belong there. Like, I belong in that store. Like, I worked my butt off to be there. But then she failed to explain, because this is what she failed to explain. She failed to explain that the only reason why that I was taken off the schedule is because they didn't have enough hours. No, she said that. No, it wasn't that. She didn't explain that why they didn't have enough hours. She didn't explain because the store was supposed to be run differently. So a high volume store, can I give you definitions? A high volume store is a store that has a bunch of money flow, a bunch of people coming in all the time, so many customers all the time, a rotation schedule. Like, there's always customers coming in. But that store is not a high volume store, it's a low volume store, which means they get maybe 5 to 10 customers a day, even within an hour. Like, they probably won't, most time they're gonna get customers is during the afternoon, because it's summer and people work. But school's starting soon, so there's an opportunity for more workers, because more people are going to be coming back into the store, because there's going to be kids there, because there's a middle school right there, there's a high school not far from there, and there's a bunch of different there's a library and all that other stuff. So most people might, during the school year is when the store is going to be really popular. Right now it's not, so they don't have enough hours to pay the amount of people that they had, so they had to let people go. But she failed to explain that, and also she was a little bit prejudiced, because she only got rid of the black people. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. But I understood. It was fine. It's whatever. I moved on. So that was just my experience. But I will say, for someone who's going into getting a new job, stand up for yourself. Ask. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't let people talk to you any type of way. And always make sure you know what you're doing before you get into that job. Know that that is a part of your skill set, or that's something you're willing to learn to do. Because jobs look at that, and they look if you're a good worker. So that if you're a good worker, you're not lazy, you're doing what they ask, you're not giving people a hard time, you're compliant, and stuff like that. Have fun but work, make friends but make sure that you're still working. And it's very important. But before this video gets way too long and I have too much to edit, I'll talk to you later. I love you, little bugs. I'm gonna post another video literally immediately right after this, giving a breakdown schedule of how things are gonna be going for this channel for the next few months. But love you. Bye.